Yeah, that's the thing right now which is going as a trend. And we have gone a step ahead to it. We said that why not put a millet industries? So we have planned and already floated 13 millet industries का ऑलरेडी हमने RFP फ्लोट किया है जो इसी प्लग एंड प्ले टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर आधारित होगा एंड दिस 13 food and millet industries will be handed over on an O&M basis, and we welcome you to please come and join us because we are one of the largest millet producer also. There is, again, this is just I said the RFPs have been floated for the various things, like there are 4 mega units which we are planning, which is into banana, fruit processing, spice. We are also one of the largest chili producer. So the spice processing unit and also integrated fruit units and secondary millet units and groundnut processing units. We have already floated an RFP for this particular thing, and we would encourage investors to please participate and get into the things. And also it's not like that. We would also say that we will not design anything on our own. You can put everything on a piece of paper, give us a proposal, and it will be all tailor-made for you. So, though it will be in the incentive sector, but if there is any idea and you want to put up in the food sector and you have an idea to it and you want to invest in the certain sectors, please send us a proposal, and we will try to match that particular thing or at least beat it. So that's a kind of lookout we are looking at, and it will be completely tailor-made for your needs and your perspectives. These are the food parks which will be which we are concentrating at, and it starts from the northernmost tip of Andhra Pradesh and also to the southernmost tip. We are having the largest coastal lines in the country, usable coastal line. आपका नज़दीक में गुजरात है, बट हमारे यहाँ यूजेबल कोस्टल लाइन सबसे ज़्यादा है. तो the plethora of opportunities in aqua sector and fresh water experts are also a lot in this particular thing. And जैसे बहुत सारे जो टेक्नोलॉजी है या कोई भी है, it is all interlinked. Most of the people sitting here will always think that हम यहाँ से आए हैं कि साउथ इंडिया में इडली अच्छा बनता है, बट भाई बहुत लोगों को नहीं पता है कि इडली हमारे यहाँ से नहीं है, इडली इंडोनेशिया का है. Idli has originated from Indonesia. So the same way, Mumbai is famous for a lot of ideas. Most of the people have copied the ideas from Mumbai. And the classic example is Dabba Wala. But एक आंध्रा बंदे ने क्या किया, उसको चोरी कर दिया. क्या किया, हमने स्विगी बना दिया. हमने डब्बा वाला का कॉन्सेप्ट ले लिया, चुरा लिया, आपको पता ही नहीं चला, और हमने स्विगी बना दिया, उसको टेक्नोलॉजी जोड़ दिया, हमने आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जोड़ दिया, और ये आंध्रा वाला का कमाल है. So I would request everybody to please come to our wonderful state. तुम्ही सगळ्या या आमची विशाखापट्टणममध्ये या, इन्व्हेस्ट करा, आणि ही आमची प्रार्थना आहे. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. थँक्यू.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bharat. Even it's a revelation to me that idli is not from Andhra but from Indonesia. I've been proud about idli since my childhood, but okay. Chola Empire, correct. Thank you once again, Mr. Bharat, for such deep dive into the food processing sector, which definitely is not only the growing sectors and sectors of focus for the nation in terms of growth, production, consumption, and exports, but also one of the 13 key sectors for the state of Andhra Pradesh too. I'm sure you all agree with me that the entire civilization was always around ports, and history has repeatedly proven that trade and commerce activities are immensely active again around ports. No wonder that the nations with the busiest ports are among the wealthiest too. Our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy garu, strongly believes in port-led industrial and infrastructure development. And hence, 4 more ports are being added to the existing 6 ports to make Andhra Pradesh as a strong port-led and export-oriented economy. To further elaborate on the same, let me welcome Lieutenant Commander Shri Ravindranath Reddy garu, the Deputy CEO of AP Maritime Board, onto the stage. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
respected dignitaries on the stage, honorable ministers, senior IAS officers, chairmen of various industrial corporations, and of course, Mr. Banerjee of the CIA of Maharashtra, and my colleagues from the industry, the maritime sector, and probably other industries also. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are on the subject of idli, I would like to tell you the route through which the technology of the idli would have come and gone from India or to India, whichever, must have been through the ports of India. We have a lot of maritime heritage, and the heritage of the eastern side or the southern side of India, southern part of India, is legendary. As someone in the audience was mentioning, and Madam Srijana was also mentioning, the Chola Empire had a lot of history on the maritime side, and a lot of culture and business had taken place via the maritime route. And therefore, I don't need to pursue on this angle to impress upon you the importance of ports. As Mr. Rajiv had mentioned, my government, led by the young and dynamic Honorable Chief Minister, young and dynamic ministers, we had put a lot of stress on port-led development. Ports are no more just a terminal or just a berth or just a facility for loading and unloading. Ports are fast becoming industrial complexes on their own. You go to Rotterdam, you go to Antwerp, you go anywhere. The port encompasses a major area in which a lot of industries which are port-based and which can leverage the facility of the port for reducing their logistic cost do come up within the vicinity of the port. Taking that cue, our government, with a visionary view of developing our state, which after bifurcation with Telangana has become primarily an agrarian state, we wanted to speed up the process of industrialization, and therefore we are stressing on the concept of port-led industry. Each of our ports, the older ones and the new ones, do have a large parcels of land attached to them in the core port area, as well as in and around the port, ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 acres, which is ready to be allotted for industries, for port-led industries. Added to that, we have a large corporation called AP Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, of which the chairman and the managing director are right here, and the minister, of course. We have large swaths of land allocated, waiting to be allotted for industries. And all of them will be connected to the ports by the fastest means. All our ports are well connected to both the roads, railways, and we also are developing a third method of evacuation through inland waterways. So, along with that, I would like to tell you that the number of ports on the coast of Andhra Pradesh is one of the highest in the country, if not the highest. We already have 4 major ports, I can call them, though technically a major port is one run by the union government, that is Visakhapatnam. We have 3 deep water ports, one at Krishnapatnam, one at Kakinada, and one at Gangavaram, which is next to Visakhapatnam. All of them operating with deep water ports. Yeah, you can see the coastline where the ports are located. You can get a perspective of the area around which the influence of the port or the benefit of the port can be taken. Now, along with this, the government of Andhra Pradesh has taken a very bold decision to start constructing 3 more ports from the government side and 1 port on the private sector. These ports, basically any of my friends from the maritime sector would be interested in the specifications of the port, and especially the depth part of it, because it has become very crucial for any port to be effective that it has deep draft, it can operate deep draft vessels. The paradigm of marine logistics and shipping is shifting towards deep draft. It has always been shifting, but it is now imperative that any port which is worth its salt has to have certain amount of depth. And as we were discussing in Mumbai a few weeks ago in an Infrastructure India conference, the members of the maritime industry were deploring the fact that the average depth available in India, all pan-India, is about 13 meters. But as you can see from the table there, most of our ports are above 16 and some of them are up to 18 meters. And therefore, this gives an opportunity for any of you who are into the maritime sector, who would like to reduce their logistic costs and operate their trade through large vessels. The ports of Andhra Pradesh will welcome you. Now, rest of the details are already there, along with the land available, etc., etc. I would not run you through and read through the whole thing. You can always contact me. I'm available after this. We can discuss further on this. I don't have to mention, you don't teach a businessman how to do his business, right? I won't go to the other proverb. Then, as all of you are businessmen and Mumbai is the center, epicenter of Indian business, you all know what businesses can come up near a port or what businesses can be enabled by a port. However, I just briefly, in a short slide, I have put up all the benefits that you can accrue from the ports which are available in Andhra Pradesh. So any of you connected to any of this sector can please think about establishing this port-based industry here in Andhra Pradesh. Along with the ports, let me also tell you, we are developing 9 new fishing harbors, and all of them with a draft of up to 3.5 to 4 meters, which can enable them to use coastal shipping. And again, along with the fishing harbors, there is a land parcel attached to most of them for integrated sea or other food processing units. So there is an opportunity for you people who are in the aquatic sector, aqua sector, processing sector. Please approach us for this too. Then, and the last one is about the various benefits you are going to get out of the fishing harbors and etc. Now, I'll briefly touch upon in a minute why you should be coming to Andhra Pradesh, along with what I have explained to you. Now, one important thing I would like to point out to all the businessmen, I don't have to tell you, the world is looking to east these days. And India has always been looking east. Because of the changing geopolitical situations, east has become very important. So if India is looking east and you want to look east, gentlemen and ladies, I would like to tell you there is no better vantage point to look east other than the Andhra Pradesh coast. Please do come to Andhra Pradesh coast and we welcome you with open arms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. In fact, I would call this as a deadly combination. You have raw materials and food processing on one hand, and that is further fueled up by a well-connected and rightly developed infrastructure around the coast, as mentioned by Sri Ravindra Reddy Garu. No wonder the state has bagged the Outstanding Contributor Award in Port-Led Infrastructure Projects ET 2022 for the kind of efforts that are being taken. The state of Andhra Pradesh produces maximum number of engineers, and 25% of IT workforce and Indians in the US are from Telugu-speaking community. Apart from such talented workforce, the state is also a well-integrated place with 4 manufacturing clusters and a complete value chain rightly integrated. With 3.5 million phones produced every month, that translate to 1 mobile phone every second, comes from the state of Andhra Pradesh. And the state also contributes to 10% of national electronics production and 5% of national electronics exports. The state of Andhra Pradesh is the best investment hub for IT and electronics. Electronics and IT sector, which continues to transform lives, businesses, and economies across the globe, continues to be the focus sector of the government too. To further take us deep into and show us the plethora of opportunities that exist in this particular sector, may I now invite Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy, who is the CEO of Apita, to the stage and share us and take us through that journey. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
Very good morning and welcome you all on behalf of State of Andhra Pradesh. First of all, the respected dignitaries, honorable ministers, honorable secretaries, chairmen, CEOs, MDs, and all intellectuals and the investors on the dais and off the dais. We are here and so far we have covered different sectors how best AP is and also the one of the good sector for AP is IT and electronics, right? So as Rajiv already mentioned that more than 25% of IT force in US is from state of Andhra Pradesh. So that may be in different levels software engineers, architects, product developers, stuff like that, right? And entrepreneurs as well. So see, in the state of Andhra Pradesh, we do have very strong policies dedicated to IT, dedicated to data centers, dedicated to electronics, semiconductors, stuff like that, even cloud technology, right? So one important thing I wanted to specify here is in the state of Andhra Pradesh, especially due to COVID, so most of the software engineers, IT professionals, so they came back to their hometown and they are doing they're doing work from home and work from hometown, right? So the workforce currently in Andhra Pradesh is it's really high density. So people who are thinking to start your facilities, your businesses related to technology in Andhra Pradesh, so you have good opportunity of talent pool. So it is very easy to do the talent acquisition with high quality people, high experienced people, and also we do have very strong universities, institutes like IIT, IIIT, IIDT, ISER, stuff like that, right? So we do have special institutes we have a corporation called Skill Development Corporation, and especially for technology we do have AP ITA. So it is AP IT Academy. So whatever the advanced courses comes into the industry, so we are here to train the people, make the people ready to face industry, right? So this is the greatest opportunity from the state of Andhra Pradesh. You have very good high qualified talent pool available, and we do have very good infrastructure. So we have with the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy garu, so we've been asked to develop the state in the balanced and equally right from up north to south, both southeast and southwest, right? So that's why we do have concept cities. Okay, we do have concept cities up north like Vizag, Visakhapatnam, and also Tirupati down in the south, and also one in Anantapur region, right? So there is a strategical reason on the reason for that. One is so up north, definitely it's a metropolitan city. The IT presence is already there in Vizag. So you could see the major players like here we displayed HCL, Tech Mahindra, WNS Global, Patra, different MNCs and large sector domestic companies presence there in the city of Visakhapatnam. Also, we are coming up with the dedicated data center park in the city of Visakhapatnam. Please do consider that. So we are coming up with the right infrastructure which is suitable for data centers and cloud sourcing facilities. So when it comes to Tirupati, strategically it is very closely located to cities like Chennai and Bangalore. So especially in IT sector, right? If one of the spouse is working in Tirupati, if other one is working in either in Chennai or in Bangalore, it is very easy to commute. It's hardly with the new infrastructure, road infrastructure. So within 2.5 hours you can reach Tirupati, either from Chennai or from Bangalore. This is more convenient. Please do think about that. And when it comes to another zone, Anantapur region, so we have Tekaludu as the place which we are considering it for the future parks, so which is very close to Bangalore. So that is also strategically very, very important because most of the companies who are there in Bangalore, if they wanted to expand and towards Andhra, right, that might be the entry point. So which is very close to Bangalore. And if you want to expand and start up your facility over there, so it's easy to commute and it is easy to mobilize your workforce to that location, right? So when it comes to the policy matter, right? So as I mentioned, we have multiple policies dedicated to each and every subsectors, right? So one of the important policies is IT sector. So we are supporting up to employment incentives. So 10% to the general category, and we do have special categories for the minorities like SC, ST, BC, women, women empowerment companies. So and also we do support work from home. The candidate who is doing work from home. So we do support in their initial office setup, up to 20,000 rupees per candidate we do support. And we are supporting in boosting the gig economy. We support 50% of their cost up to the max of 20,000 rupees. And also we do encourage the certification programs. That is what it shows that the talent of the candidate, the training programs, right? What we do. So we do support and reimburse the 50% of whatever the certification cost is, right? And we have power tariff incentive, which is very good because most of the IT sector they set up their offices in the commercial zone, but we wanted to try to bring that one to industrial zone. So that's why we do support power tariff incentive on that. And also the transportation facility, we have 500 rupees per employee for 200 employees per organization, we can support on that one as well. So these are the eligibility criteria. We have segregated to the regular IT firms, if the people who are into IT park development or IT complex development, we do have separate policies and points for those people. We can detailedly explain, we are here, our staff members are here, we can explain you about each and every policy. So these are the, I just quickly want to tell about the upcoming parks. One is the Bhogapuram, it is closest to Visakhapatnam. So we've been told to develop this park with the international standards, and it is very close to Bhogapuram airport. And next one is in Pallam. This is close to Tirupati area. So this is also very well connected. There is a good road connectivity, air connectivity is available. So this is also one of the upcoming IT park. We are coming up with the 100 acres of land in the first phase. So we do have another mini IT park which is being developed by Tuda. It is also very close to Tirupati city, and it is in Tirupati and Chennai highway. So there is another upcoming park Tekalodu, which I already talked about, like close to Bangalore. Strategically it is important park for us. So Kapalabanda is another thing, which is in Satyasai district. This is also like we are considering it for like either drones or like IT peripheral manufacturing companies. So when it comes to electronics, so it's already been told, AP is the only state currently which has 4 EMCs, electronic manufacturing clusters. So we're proud to say, and also we are planning to bring up more EMCs in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So we have very big player presence in the electronic sector already in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So we have, medtech in Vizag. So defense electronics in Anantapur. We have Sri City, 1 EMC in Sri City, EMC 1 and EMC 2 in Tirupati, and YSR EMC is in Kadapa district. So we do have separate policy for electronics, and this is how we support, we support in terms of stamp duty, we support in terms of capital subsidy, we support in terms of, power subsidy, and also we segregated, the industry into, Zone A and Zone B. So whomever fall under Zone A, so these are the major incentives we are providing, and if it is in Zone B, like YSR, EMC and all, you do get additional subsidies. And we do have strong PLI policy in YSR, EMC. So this is how it's been laid out. So this is the layout, EMC 1 in Tirupati. So most of the lots are already been sold and occupied. Hardly we have only 15 acres of land. And we do have, these are the key players currently in EMC 1. And we do have EMC 2 back there in Tirupati. The good part with these EMCs are it's well connected again with the air, road, rail and water. Right? So in this layout, it's a big layout. We do have, strong players are already been occupied, and we have some open lots available. If you are interested, yeah, please do think about this. So these are the main, players currently present in EMC 2. So we have another strategically important EMC, electronic manufacturing cluster, back there in Kadapa, which is YSR EMC. So this is pretty big, and we do have a lot of open spaces available. If you are thinking of setting up your facilities, electronic facilities, so this is going to be definitely the good EMC where you can think of. This EMC has additional benefits as well. So these are the players currently, prospective players, and also Dixon presence is already there in EMC, YSR EMC. And this is the Sri City. Sri City you already know about, it's a SEZ area for most of the sectors, and technology also one of the factor for them. Okay, another important upcoming park which we are thinking is Kosal Nagaram. So as you all know that semiconductor is the upcoming trend, and most required material, right, for the electronics industry. So we are thinking to prepare a dedicated semiconductor park in Kosal Nagaram area, which is very close to city like Chennai. Yep. So this is how we lay out. Yeah, that's all about both IT side and electronic side, including drones. Yeah, please do think about investing in Andhra Pradesh. So as we have good sources and resources available in state of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you all.
Thank you, Kiran. In fact, while the whole world is talking about work from home, Andhra Pradesh is the only state that brought up this concept of work from hometown, where the government facilitated and opened up places where employees can go plug in and then work and perform their duties. The state is, of course, number one in terms of horticulture, but the state is also among the largest producers of cotton. The state of Andhra Pradesh right now is focusing heavily on enhancing the ginning, spinning, and processing units, with raw materials easily accessible and processing units being the focus of the government. The state is going to be the best ideal location for investments in textile and apparels. To further help us understand the opportunities and ecosystem in detail, let me welcome Shrimati K. Sunita IAS, Principal Secretary, Handlooms and Textiles, to take us through the wonderful plethora of opportunities that we have in the state of Andhra Pradesh on handlooms and textiles. Let's all welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Rajiv. Good morning, everybody. Respected Minister for Finance, Bugana Rajendranath Garu, Minister for Higher Education, Adimulap Suresh Garu, our Minister for Industries and Commerce, Gudwada Amarnath Garu, Chairman APIDC, Bandi Nagendra Punyashila Garu, Chairman APIIC Mittu, Govinda Reddy Garu, VCCI Maharashtra Robin Banerjee, Srijana Director Industries, all the distinguished guests here, a very good morning to all of you all. The importance of handlooms and textiles is, I think, mostly felt here in Mumbai because it's a huge textile center, and it's also been elucidated by many poets, from Shakespeare to Erasmus. Everybody has spoken about it. The apple of proclaims the man. This is what Shakespeare had said. Clothes are the man. Johnson has said this, and clothes make the man. Mark Twain had said this. So I don't need to emphasize more on what really is the importance of textiles here. Textiles make up around 2% of the global GDP, and for India also it is 2% of the GDP. The second largest employer after agriculture, and about 4% of the global trade is with textiles. In the next 5 years, India is supposed to export $100 billion worth of textiles. The importance of textiles also can be seen from the fact of employment. Not only is the second largest employer, if you set up an industry, probably you would have 12 jobs, you would create 12 jobs. If you have done a textile, you would have done 30, but if you've done a garment industry, then you would have done 70 jobs. So it has the highest employment potential. 70% of this employment potential is from women, and that's also very important for us. The textile ecosystem in Andhra, we have around 10 textile parks. About 6 of them are from belong to the government, and 4 of them are in the private sector. So if you see we have the ready-made and technical textiles in Visakhapatnam, the weaving, processing, made-ups in Prakasham, and ready-made garments in Anantapur, YSR, Kadapa, that's towards the western side, and we have the weaving and processing and ready-made garments in Chittoor and Nellore. In these parks, we have a lot of land available, and there are 3 types of investments possible. We have the integrated parks at Brandix and then Sri City, where you have everything available from the ETP and the infrastructure in place, and you have to just go and set up this unit. You have small government-owned parks, less than 100 acres, and then you also have a total area available for green sectors to come up, like Loyal and Shahi had come up where there's no textile park. They have done it on their own, and they believe that is probably cheaper, more useful to the local population there, and that kind of this thing also is there. Then there is a huge potential of these housing colonies. Our Chief Minister has constructed huge housing colonies called YSR Jagananna colonies. And these colonies also have a lot of potential because we have a lot of places where these are available. Now, some of the marquee investors in the sector are like we have Mohan Spintex for home textiles, Torre for technical textiles, TJ for well-knit products, then Unicharm Precourt for medical textiles, Brandix, Shahi, Texport, Volta for apparel, a lot of yarn and integrated textiles. We have Loyal and Aditya Birla. These people are a testimony to what is happening in Andhra. We have a lot of potential because we have the not only the textile area around, but we also have the handlooms. And we have about, in the one district, one product, when we had done this survey, we found that we had 35 handloom products, 35 handicraft products. Our districts were just 13. We were supposed to do 13 then after we bifurcated, it went to 26. But we found that we had more products than what actually our number of districts were. We have around 1,77,447 weavers, and we also have around 14 products which have been taken, given GI product, out of which handlooms are 6. The rest belong to the handicraft, 8 belong to the handicraft sector. Now, in the raw materials, like Rajiv was mentioning, we are very good in the raw material area. We have cotton, we have ginning mills, we have silk, we have jute. You name it, what is necessary for textile sector, we have all of that. And in continuation of what was happening after bifurcation, many believed that Andhra would actually not do so well in the textile unit. But then we found that out of the 18,507 MSME units in the textile sector, 14,971 have come up after 2014. That's a testimony of what textile sector is doing in Andhra. We have around 266 small enterprises, 23 medium enterprises, and 145 large and mega units, and 14,865 micro units, and all of them have commenced after the bifurcation. That is, after the new Andhra state was made. We have a lot of land available. We have 2,404 acres of land in various private parks, government-owned parks, and land belonging to APIC. We have 7,337 plots. We also work with collaboration with NID, IIHT, NIFT, and so there are a lot of technical personnel available for you all for employment. The NID is in Vijayawada, the IIHT is in Venkatagiri, that is Nellore, that is border of Tamil Nadu, and we have a lot of training and skill development centers. There's a lot of manpower available, and we also have given a lot of emphasis to the MSME textile units. We have overall 15,013 units, creating an employment of 1,55,000. In terms of the scope of future investments, we have formulated a policy for, we're going to formulate a policy for integrated greening of textile industry, so there's a lot of scope there. We also have cluster development programs, mega cluster development programs, and we have textile parks like Brandix and Sri City and all available. We also have this walk to work concept where all you need to do is go for a plug and play or construct a garment unit within the Jaganana colonies, housing colonies for the poor, and you would have ready-made labor, and it would be a real earning in terms of the pay, because I know of many textile parks who pay around 1,000 rupees for transport charges. So you don't have to pay anything for the transport charges. People will just walk into those colonies, and because it is very near their house, the question of dropping out would be also be very low. We also want to encourage a lot of export-oriented units, because our share is right now 417 million in a textile sector of 33.3 billion exports. So I think there is a lot of scope. Considering the very good environment available in Andhra, I think there is scope for real good investments here. We also have scope for organic cotton to fabric production. Today in the West, there's a lot of demand for organic products. Our agriculture has put in a lot of emphasis on organic products. So we have around 1/3 of the area in under natural farming. And this is very good for doing organic kind of products here. And whatever we have producing, it's being really bought like hotcakes from the West. We also have, since I've told you that we have so many varieties of handlooms and handicrafts, there's also a provision for having fusion textiles. You could link the organic, you could link the handloom and then create a lot of products. We have very good furnishing also, Dupion silk that is in Kadapa. Then we have the Iskupalli fabrics. NID had done some MOU with us, and then we had created a lot of furnishings based on their students' inputs, and it came out very well. We have a lot of other fabrics like Mangalgiri, Pulagutta and Kalamkari. I know most of you all would be knowing about this. And today there is a chance of work, again combining Kalamkari with crochet lace in Narsapur, which is quite famous. It employs around 2 lakh employees in Narsapur, and it's quite, it's very good to have a look at that. We also can give you a lot of economies of scale in terms of the wages. What are the wages? Wages slide. Yeah, so if you see the wages, we are cheaper than Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, West Bengal, Maharashtra. I know some gentlemen, you would lose out whatever incentives they've given in terms of the pay of the workers, which is higher. You also would lose out in terms of the logistics, because you have to travel from Madhya Pradesh to your port or to the areas of your destination. Whereas Andhra is like a gateway to the south, and it's also a gateway to the Southeast Asia. So if you're looking at, Japan is one of the good exporters of textiles. So you're looking at traveling to Japan and selling your goods. I think Andhra would definitely be a preferred choice. The distance from Mumbai to Southeast Asia is is much higher. And in terms of logistics also, your containers would be waiting a lot more longer time in Mumbai. You would be saving time by moving to Vizag or Krishnapatnam or Chennai. And that would also help you all. In terms of power also, we are very good. The existing incentives and to be coming incentives, all of them would be having this power subsidies. And water also, we are comparable. And logistic support, already my predecessors explained to you how good our logistic supports are. The ports and the ease of doing business, all this I think is really going to help you to set up good things. Then in the other opportunities, I would also talk about the 15 technical textiles sector. We have 15 textiles already there. Like we have global players like Torre and Grasim, and we have 3 industrial corridors and port-led industrialization. And then the export policy also of AP, we want to double the exports in the next 5 years, and the logistics policy also looks at better supply management chain. The faster container disposable, the distance of the textile parks from the port, if you take, we have in AP about 6 ports which have less than 53 kilometers distance from the textile parks, whereas in Mumbai you have 13 ports, but all of them are quite far, and the least distance is 54 kilometers. So I think in terms of logistics, it makes sense to look at Andhra. Then in terms of, if you're looking at, the social life or the hospital and the education and facilities for your children, I would say that for an industry to really thrive, it's easier to come up near a big city. So we have Vizag, where we have Brandix and other places. So Visakhapatnam, you all know, is quite a cosmopolitan, good life there. And then you have Chennai. We don't mind taking our neighbor cities like Chennai and Bangalore, because we are nearer to them than their own states. So we have around Nellore, Chittoor, which is very near to Chennai. Then you have Anantapur, Kurnool, which is more near to Bangalore than their own districts. So this would ensure that you can, stay in these cities and then have a good social life. Your children could be educated in good institutions. Your parents would have a good hospital facilities, and you would have the pleasure of driving through a very short distance. not getting clogged in the city life of either Mumbai or Bangalore or Chennai, but moving to Andhra. I think that is something which a quality of life will definitely improve and you would look forward to. Then just to give you a small snapshot of two apparel city parks, Brandix. This is a 1,000-acre textile park. 400 acres are still available. There is good connectivity to Gangavaram port. It's very near Visakhapatnam, and there's water and ETP available and power available. And this is a beautiful park. It's green. It's very well built. It employs around 20,000 or 18,000 people. And it's a real worthwhile thing to see for anybody who is interested in having an integrated park. Then we have the Mass Fabric Park. This is also a private one. This is in Nellore. Around 740 acres are available here. Some of it is in the SEZ and some of it is in normal area. We have water supply there and we have access to Krishnapatnam port and there is a CETP already there. The success story of our whole textile industry is, I just want to show you one small unit here. It's Torre. Their investment is 1,000 crores. Their site area is 110 acres. They create around 530 employment, and they have started their submission of DPR in 2017. They went on to signing of MOU in 30th August and DPR finalization in September 2017. Site leveling in 2017 September and 12th, and then allotment of tailor-made incentives on 17th October 2017, and their target trial production was 2019 January, and the commercial production was in February 2020. So this speedy implementation by Torre, I think, only adds credence to what Srijana was talking about, single window system and ease of doing business and other kinds of support from the state government. As all of you all would know, that Andhra is one of the rising sunrise states. We are having the highest GSDP, 11.4%. We have abundant raw materials. We are number one in ease of doing business for the last 3 years, not once, not twice, but thrice. And we have 3 industrial corridors, logistics hub, ports. I'm repeating myself just to make an emphasis that this is the best bet you have. And if you can take this, you'll be able to see what an amazing place Andhra Pradesh is and be able to take off the advantages we give you. I invite all of you all to come to the Vizag Summit, Global Investment Summit on 3rd and 4th. Many of the industrial people here, I don't know how many of you all from textiles, but not any of them have asked for a one-to-one discussion on this. But I can promise you that it will be worth it. You will not find a better destination for textiles other than Andhra. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for striking chords emotionally too and inviting all of them to the Global Investor Summit at Visakhapatnam. For those who haven't yet registered for it, please visit www.advantageap.in where you can register for yourself. Also, if some of you are from the textiles and industry and investments, ma'am would be available for B2G meetings right after lunch. Please get in touch with us. Today, we have midst of us an inspiring personality who rose from a salary of 500 to now an entrepreneur who is providing livelihood to 5,000 families. We have none other than Shri Mettu Govind Reddy Garu, Chairman APIIC amongst us, and who would share and talk about how his entrepreneurial journey has been in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
सबको नमस्कार। मैं हिंदी में बोलना चाहता हूँ। स्टेज पर बैठा हुआ हमारा हानरबल मिनिस्टर्स बुग्गना राजेंद्र नाथ जी, आदिमूलप सुरेश जी, गुड़ीवाड़ा अमरनाथ जी, बनर्जी जी, पुण्यशीला जी, सुनीता जी, हमारा MD सृजना जी और सामने बैठे हुआ उद्योगपतियों को मेरा नमस्कार, प्रणाम। उन्हें बताया था मेरा बारे में थोड़ा बहुत इसके बारे में बोलना पड़ता है। मैं भी आफ्टर में 18 ईयर्स इंटर 12th होने के बाद ये कंपनी में ज्वाइन किया, मारवाड़ी कंपनी में। अपॉइंटेड एज ए बॉय, माई सैलरी वाज जस्ट 50 rupees per month. Same that company, I worked 20 years. Same one company. In 88, I am the executive director of that company. I am that time I got 20,000 rupees salary. I am the first person in Marwadi company check signature. First person. अभी आप लोगों के लिए ना ज़्यादा बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अभी मेरा पूरा कंपनी है ना, पॉलिटिक्स आने के पहले पूरा मेरा फ्रेंड्स है, जैन एंड मारवाड़ी सिंधी, वो दूसरा कोई संबंध ही नहीं था मेरे को। पॉलिटिक्स में आने के बाद सभी ये लोगों का दोस्ती है। अभी सब लोग हमारा भूतपूर्व प्रधानमंत्री जी लाल बहादुर शास्त्री को सभी लोग जानते हैं, मत जानते हैं ना। उसका दो लोग जवान तो दान करेगा, फूड देगा। बाद में शॉर्ट टाइम में इंडस्ट्री हमारा कंट्री इतना डेवलप हो गया ना, उसके लिए मेन कारण कौन है? हार्ट ऑफ द मैन कौन सा है? आप लोग हैं। विदाउट इंडस्ट्रीज, विदाउट बिजनेसमैन कुछ भी नहीं होता है। जो भी है ना, गाड़ी अच्छा गाड़ी है, उसमें पेट्रोल नहीं है, डीजल नहीं, तो क्या गाड़ी चलता है? उसके लिए फ्यूल कौन है? बिजनेसमैन। सही कि नहीं? इसलिए पहले फूड के बारे में 1966 में मोतीलाल लाल बहादुर शास्त्री ने कहा था। उस टाइम बहुत इंडिया का पोजीशन बहुत ख़राब था। अभी एक साइड में उसी टाइम चाइना में वॉर में हमारा दुनिया बुरी तरह से हार गए थे इंडिया। बाद में पाकिस्तान में वॉर चला, उस टाइम खाने के लिए नहीं था। उस टाइम बोला जय जवान जय किसान। उस टाइम खाने के लिए नहीं था। वीकली वंस सैटरडे संडे मंडे मालूम में एक दिन होटल से बंद होते थे, एक दिन उपवास रखने के लिए। इतना बुरी पोजीशन में इंडिया का हालत था। उसके बाद 10-15 साल में ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन बोलते, हरित विप्लव बोलते ना। उसके बाद मैं भी एग्रीकल्चर फैमिली में, पहले अनाज होते थे कितना, एकड़ में 3-4 क्विंटल होते थे। टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ने के बाद, मैकेनाइजेशन होने के बाद, लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी आने कितना होता है? 5 क्विंटल का 50 क्विंटल क्रॉप निकल रहा है। बोल तो अपने इंडिया में कोई फ्रूट ग्रेन्स का तकलीफ नहीं है। अभी हम दूसरों देशों को दे रहे हैं, हम कितना सरप्लस होके। परसों ये सब बहुत कंट्री को और चावल और गेहूँ एक्सपोर्ट करे। बोल तो एक रेवोल्यूशन आया ना, एग्रीकल्चर रेवोल्यूशन। उसके बाद इंडस्ट्री है। 50 था और हम बेस्ट थे। अभी बल्लारी से बेंगलुरु जाना बोल तो 8 आवर जर्नी ना, 8 आवर जर्नी लगते थे। अभी 3.5 घंटे में पहुँचते हैं। ये सब किस लिए है? सभी टेक्नोलॉजी और इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन से पूरा इसमें इम्प्रूव हो गया। परसों है ना बेंगलुरु में एयर शो हो गया। 7 तारीख को कितना 4-5 दिन पे लास्ट वीक में ना बेंगलुरु में एयर शो था। पहले एयर शो होता था पूरा कंट्रीज ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड है ना, हमारा वेपन्स बेचने के लिए आ रहे थे कितना, वो स्टॉल लगा के हमारा माल ले करके। अभी ये बार ऐसे नहीं है कितना, हमारा आइटम लेने के लिए 95 कंट्री से इंडिया आया ना। 95 कंट्री से इंडिया से वेपन्स लेने के लिए आया। पहले कैसा क्या प्रश्न था, एक बुलेट भी इंडिया में नहीं मिलते थे। आत्मनिर्भर होने के बाद पूरा इंडिया में सेल्फ डिफेंस है ना, पूरा आइटम्स इंडिया में गाड़ी नहीं थे, कार नहीं मिलते थे, एक टेलीफोन के लिए 2-2 साल क्यों लगता, एक गैस होना बोलता एमपी का रिकमेंडेशन होना पड़ता इतना, एक गैस के लिए एक एमपी का रिकमेंडेशन होना पड़ता था। ऐसा प्रॉब्लम था, ऐसा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया। उसके लिए मेन कारण क्या है, आपका इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, टेक्नोलॉजी बनने के बाद बहुत हमारा देश बहुत आगे बढ़ रहा है। इसलिए आपका योगदान ना इंडिया डेवलपमेंट के लिए बिजनेसमैन का, इंडस्ट्रिस्ट का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। पहले इंडिया में टैक्स नहीं मिलते थे बराबर गवर्नमेंट को। अब मालूम है ना, पेपर में डेली लिख रहा है मंथली 1,50,000 करोड़, सालिना 18 लाख करोड़ ओनली जीएसटी से मिल रहा है। कल ये पेपर में देखा मैं, ऐसे ही इनकम टैक्स है ना, पहले 10 साल पहले 1 लाख 1.5 लाख करोड़ इतने हो रहे थे, ये साल में 7 लाख करोड़ इनकम टैक्स लोग भर रहे हैं। कौन भर रहा है पैसा? आप ही लोग हैं ना, मैं भी बिजनेसमैन, हम लोग पूरा भर रहे हैं ना। पहले इंडस्ट्री लगने के बहुत तकलीफ होते थे। मैं भी 30 साल पहले बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, ये बैंक में लोन नहीं मिलते थे। आप भी सब लोग बहुत गुंडा राज क्या बोलते, उसको कौन सा राज बोलते थे, वो आगे सेल टैक्स वाला, वो इंडस्ट्री सब भी हर तरफ से प्रॉब्लम, एक इंडस्ट्री बहुत तकलीफ थे। अभी कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, इंडस्ट्री बहुत इजी हो गए ना बनाने के लिए, बहुत इजी है। इसलिए हम क्या बोलते ना, हमारा आंध्र प्रदेश है ना, अभी इंडिया में हर जगह पे इंडस्ट्री डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, हमारा बहुत डेवलपमेंट है। अभी दुनिया में हमारा पोजीशन था, पहले 11 पोजीशन था, 11 में 6 में आ गया, 6 से 5 में आया डेवलपमेंट में, बाद में 25 में 4th प्लेस, 2025 में 27 में 3rd प्लेस में आने वाला है। उसका सबका आपका मेहनत का, आपका इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट से इस पूरा काम हो रहा है। पूरा आपका योगदान बहुत देश के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। उसके लिए आप लोग है ना, अभी इंडस्ट्रियल अभी जो भी बिजनेसमैन क्या देखता है, बिजनेस डालना बोलते क्या बोलता है, फिर उसको बनवाए लैंड होना सस्ता में, 24 आवर्स पानी होना, 24 आवर्स बिजली होना है, पानी होना है, इतना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होना है, रेल कनेक्टिविटी होना है, इतना नेशनल हाईवेज होना है, पोर्ट, एयरपोर्ट, सभी इतना आइटम्स होने से क्या होता है, जो सस्ता मिलता है। बिजनेसमैन बोलते क्या है, पैसा 10 रुपये लगा के 100 रुपये लगे तो 10 रुपये तो प्रॉफिट होना ना। कोई बिजनेसमैन क्या होता है, प्रॉफिट आने पर ही इन्वेस्टमेंट करेगा, नहीं तो थोड़ी करेगा ना, प्रॉफिट आने से करेगा। इसलिए सब फैसिलिटी के लिए क्या होना, हमारे आंध्र में 50,000 एकर्स में APSC चेयरमैन है, बोलते हो मेरा ड्यूटी है, वो मिनिस्टर लोग ऑर्डर देने से हम लैंड अलॉटमेंट करके देने वाले हम ना, जो भी लैंड अलॉट करना है, रोड्स बनाना है, बिजली देना है, पानी देना हमारा ड्यूटी है। इसलिए इतना हमारा 50,000 एकड़ लैंड है, 24 आवर्स करंट है, पानी का कोई प्रॉब्लम, हर फैसिलिटी हमारे पास है। मैं भी पहले मेरे पास 5,000 आदमी काम कर रहा है अभी आजकल। मैं चेयरमैन था पहले, हमारा MD था, दूसरा आदमी था, ट्रांसफ़र हो गया। बाद में हमारा मैडम जी है ना, हमारा MD का आके 2 महीना हो गया। मैं मैडम से पूछा, भाई मैं ना 5,000 आदमी मेरे पास काम कर रहा है, मेरा बिजनेस अच्छा है, अच्छा प्रॉफिट में काम चल रहा है, तुम लोग, मेरा इंटेंशन है मिनिमम मेरा इधर 25,000 आदमी के काम देने के, तो आप कोऑपरेशन करने से हम इधर आके रेगुलर ड्यूटी पे आएगा, नहीं तो बोर्डिंग मीटिंग में आके जाए करके बोला। मैडम ने इमीडिएट क्या बोला, जो भी आपका वैल्यूएशन लेके आपको फुल सपोर्ट करेंगे करके। इसलिए हम भी फुल इन्वॉल्वमेंट में, बिजनेस के इन्वॉल्वमेंट है। मेरा एक ही है इंटेंशन है, देश के लिए आगे बढ़ने के लिए। आजकल रोजगारी होना है, रोजगारी होना तो आपसे, टैक्स भरना हो तो आपसे, जो भी इंडस्ट्री होने से सब भी रोजगारी मिलता है। अभी एग्जाम्पल बोलता हूँ, इंडस्ट्री में क्या होता करके, अभी आप लोग टेक महिंद्रा का नाम सुना होगा ना आप लोग, पूरा CP गुनानी CEO ऑफ द कंपनी, उसका बेटा है ना आशीष करके, उन्हें हमारा एरिया में इथेनॉल इंडस्ट्री खोलने के लिए आए थे। कितना लास्ट जुलाई में, 8 महीने पहले आया, उसको हमारा पास आया, लैंड के लिए अप्लाई किया, 20 एकड़ से अप्लाई किया। उसका हमारा वैल्यू है ना 13 करोड़ था, कितना 13 करोड़ था। उन्हें एक लेटर दिया, हमारे को 7 करोड़ में होने करके लेटर दिया, कितना 7 करोड़ होने करके। हमारा क्या वो 2-3 महीना से पेंडिंग था, बाद में मेरे पास आया। मेरे पास आते क्या किया, भाई 13 करोड़ और 7 करोड़, हम क्या किया, हमारा MD से पूछा तो क्या बोला, MD क्या बोला, सर हमारा लिमिट में नहीं है, IR अथॉरिटी पूछना करके इमीडिएट शाम को उसको लेके जाके करा के उसको हमारा बिजनेसमैन है ना, उसको भी तकलीफ नहीं होना, उसको तकलीफ होना, उसका 13 उसका 7 बीच में 10 करोड़ सेटल करके फैक्ट्री भी चालू हो गया ना, फैक्ट्री भी चालू हो गया। इधर हमारे पास जो भी आए तो एक दिन भी काम रुकता नहीं, 24 आवर्स हमारा ऑफिस लोग काम करते हैं आपके लिए। हमारा एक ही हमारा सिद्धांत है, लेस टॉक मोर वर्क ना, जब बातें कम ज़्यादा काम। हमारा मुख्यमंत्री भी का भी यही सिस्टम है, हमारा मुख्यमंत्री भी यंग एंड डायनेमिक CM है, उसका भी यही बोलता है प्रचार कम ना, पब्लिसिटी कम, काम ज़्यादा। उस हिसाब से हमारा मुख्यमंत्री जी काम कर रहा है। उन्हें भी एक टाइम पहले CM का पहले उन्हें भी बिजनेसमैन थे, उसका आपका प्रॉब्लम सब भी मालूम है। कंपल्सरी आपको जो भी प्रॉब्लम होता ना, अभी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करके आपको इंडस्ट्री डेवलप करने के लिए हमारा पूरा टीम रेडी है। इसलिए हमारा आप लोग इतना मेरा विनती है, अभी March 3rd and 4th विशाखापट्टनम में इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस समिट है। आप लोग खुशी से उधर आके ना, अभी मेरे को ज़्यादा बात करते, ये लोग बोलता टाइम ज़्यादा हो गया बोल रखे इसलिए आप लोग आके, हमारे पास सभी वेलफेयर हमारा ऐसा स्टेट है ना, अनंतपुर है बेंगलुरु के पास में है, कर्नूल है हैदराबाद के पास में है, विशाखापट्टनम, हर जगह हर आइटम एक सेपरेट है। हमारा हॉर्टिकल्चर के लिए इंडिया में नंबर 1 है, स्टील इंडस्ट्री है, बाद में फार्मा है, एक्वाकल्चर है, बाद में अपने कौन सा एथनॉल इंडस्ट्रीज में अभी 3-4 बड़ा यूनिट्स आ रहा है। हमारा राइस ग्रोइंग एरिया है, सब आइटम आंध्र में मिलता है। ऐसा ही इंडिया में कोई स्टेट में नहीं मिलता, सब इंडिया में हमारा आंध्र प्रदेश में मिलता है। इतना हमारा भी इंडस्ट्री क्या होना, एक तो पानी होना है, ज़मीन होना है, पावर होना है, हमारा स्किल्ड लेबर भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। लेबर भी हमारे पास बहुत सस्ता है, अच्छा वेल ट्रेंड। हमारे पास टोटल है ना 176 स्किल डेवलपमेंट स्कूल चल रहा है, बाद में 151 MSME पार्क्स है हमारे पास छोटा इंडस्ट्री डालने के लिए। और बाद में इसके साथ में ना एक तो स्किल डेवलपमेंट है, हमारा CM भी है ना, जो भी आपको पॉजिटिव थिंक है ना, जो भी आपको इंडस्ट्री लगाना, क्या भी बड़ा स्कीम्स है ना, क्या होता है डिपेंड ऑन योर लेबर, कितना एम्प्लॉयमेंट दे रहा है, कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है, उसको भी और स्पेशल रेट्स पे भी गवर्नमेंट देना चाह रहे हैं। इसलिए आप लोग पूरा, ये लोग इतना दूर से इतना आदमी लोग आया, हमारे को अफसोस बहुत खुशी हो रहा है। इधर इतना लोग आया, इधर मैक्सिमम लोग उधर विशाखापट्टनम आके इतना हमारा जो भी इसका मीटिंग का इंटेंशन क्या है, आप लोग विशाखापट्टनम ले जाने का हमारा इंटेंशन है पूरा। इसलिए आप लोगों को सबको हमसे बोल रहा हूँ, क्या बोलता, सब लोग विशाखापट्टनम आके हमारा खुशी करने का सोच रहा हूँ।
Thank you very much, sir, for such practical demonstration of what it is to do business in the state of Andhra Pradesh and different perks that are there. Now, we have amongst us the chairperson of APIDC, Srimati Bandi Nagendra Punyashila Garu, to take us through the state of Andhra Pradesh and the investment opportunities there. Let's all welcome her, please.
Thank you, Rajiv. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I would like to thank our beloved Honorable Chief Minister, sir, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. Why? Because what I am today as a chairperson of APIDC in front of you, by God's grace, in this Mumbai road show, that credit goes to only our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. And I would like to wish our Honorable Ministers, Sri Amarnath Garu for Industry and IT, and Sri Bugana Rajendranath Garu for Finance, and Animuru Suresh Garu for Municipal Administration, and our special invitee, Robin Banerjee, CII Maharashtra State Council President and CEO, and our Honorable IAS officers, Srimati Srujana Garu and Sunita Garu, and all the dignitaries and guests and delegates and media. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here for the Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023. Today, Andhra Pradesh is known for good governance, law and order, stability, and industrialization under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. And one more important thing is, Vizag is going to be an executive capital of Andhra Pradesh. To promote Andhra Pradesh as an attractive and competitive destination for industrial investments, the state government is offering various incentives and benefits such as power, sales tax, etc. Andhra Pradesh offers ample opportunities for investment and business growth in industries such as textiles, cement, medical, food, renewable energy, and automobiles. Finally, once again, I would like to say it's a prestigious summit conducted by AP under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. I request all the industrialists, please come to the Global Summit 2023 to be held on 3rd and 4th March at Visakhapatnam for setting up of industries in the AP and make it grand success. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for keeping it really crisp, brief, and clear. Thank you very much. And if a picture speaks 1,000 words, how much more would an AV speak, right? And to show you the plethora of opportunities and different sectors and their focus in the state of Andhra Pradesh, we will now screen the Advantage Andhra Pradesh AV. AV, please.
India's gateway to Southeast Asia. 974-kilometer long coastline. Robust industrial infrastructure. 3 industrial corridors, 6 ports, 6 airports, diverse industrial base, industry-ready skilled workforce, plug-and-play facilities for industries. #1 in ease of doing business based on 100% perception survey for the last 2 editions. Advantage Andhra Pradesh, where abundance meets prosperity. A new era has begun in Andhra Pradesh, an era of innumerable opportunities and immense possibilities. Dedicated efforts of the visionary Chief Minister, Honorable Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, has carved a new identity for the state by measuring up to all parameters of development, trade and investment.
The performance stands testimony to our belief that right infrastructure and enabling policies, these two are very, very important.
Andhra Pradesh is powering its development through the available land, water, forest and mineral resources. The state is a logistics marvel on the eastern coast with a coastline of 974 kilometers, which is the second longest in India, thus making it a gateway to Southeast Asia. The state has retained its top position in the ease of doing business for the last few years. Quality power and water availability, a conducive business environment, low cost of doing business, vendor base and supply chain linkages, and proximity to R&D hubs and markets give Andhra Pradesh a 360-degree advantage in every sector. Powering the story of growth through the focus sectors, the state registered the highest GSDP growth rate of 11.43% during the 2021-2022 fiscal year, higher than the country's GDP growth rate. The government of Andhra Pradesh is transforming the state into a model state with a strong reform agenda. The government has identified 13 focus sectors for attracting sector-specific investment opportunities, abounding with advantages. These are core sectors the state government is focusing on. Pradesh is at the forefront of developing industrial infrastructure. The state has an abundant land bank of approximately 46,000 acres of industrial development, with industrial zoning as the key focus area to provide a risk-free, investment-friendly environment. A big credit for immense success in every field goes to plug-and-play model and industrial hubs. This includes YSR Jagan Mega Industrial Hub, YSR Electronic Manufacturing Cluster, Industrial Corridors, PCPIR and Beach IT model. With 6 airports, the state has the largest number of operational airports. Air freight traffic is increasing impressively year after year. State-of-the-art cargo handling facilities are available at major airports. Taking benefit of the strategic location of the state, the goal is to establish AP as a strategic air cargo hub. The state is taking special steps to handle double the ship traffic and cargo in the next 5 years. The port capacity of the state has increased by 75%. Direct calls with Southeast Asian economies also reduce transit time. The state has plans to develop a port or fishing harbour every 50 kilometers along its coast to generate employment and spur economic growth. Another feather in its cap is multiple industrial corridors. Andhra Pradesh is the only state to have 3 industrial corridors for accelerated development across the state. Visakhapatnam-Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, Hyderabad-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. Steadily working towards its mission of decarbonized economy, the state houses 4 solar parks of the Government of India. It is also home to the world's largest integrated renewable energy storage project. Implementing the future of mobility, vehicles to grid philosophy, 80,000 acres of land has been identified for solar, wind and solar wind hybrid projects.
What we see today would stand out for the future of this country. In fact, what Andhra Pradesh today is showcasing will be the triggering point for this entire country to follow in the days to come, when the usage of fossil fuels would take a back seat and renewable energy would take a front row seat.
Due to the state government's visionary approach, the state is geared up to meet the demand for electric vehicles in the world. India is one of the few countries in the world that supports the global EV 30 at 30 campaign, and the state will play an important role in India's successful contribution. The state exports auto components and electronics to more than 30 countries. Automobile clusters, 21 auto nagars, proximity to consumption centers and focus on EV public transportation have made Andhra Pradesh the automobile hub of the country. The pharma sector has also benefited from the state's industry-centric policies. The next phase of development in pharma is focused on collaborations exploring bulk drugs, including medical device technology, biosimilars, gene therapy and specialty drugs. Andhra Pradesh is the only state in South India selected by Government of India to establish a bulk drug park. Andhra Pradesh's excellence in the electronics and IT sector is well known. The state has emerged as one of the fastest growing global manufacturing hotspots. With its strong ESDM ecosystem across the value chain, it accounts for 10% of national electronic production. It has the distinction of being the only state in India with 4 dedicated electronics manufacturing clusters. More than 3.5 million mobile phones are manufactured here every month. 60% of the state's population is associated with agriculture and agribusiness. The state ranks first in terms of the total value of trade on the national agricultural market. It is the largest producer of shrimps in India. Andhra Pradesh is one of the 4 states in the country to have a 640 square kilometer petroleum, chemicals and petrochemicals investment region, PCPIR, recognized by the Government of India. The state is committed to becoming the chosen investment destination in India in aerospace and defense manufacturing. Andhra Pradesh is working on creating a transformational and affordable model for healthcare in the state. Andhra Pradesh MedTech Zone has the distinction of being India's first manufacturing hub for medical devices. The MSME sector manufactures a variety of products in sectors such as agri and food processing, automotives, textiles, construction materials and others. To encourage the sector, the state is giving preferential market access to MSMEs in all government procurement. The state is committed to quality education and skill development as a focus sector, with multiple initiatives in place. The state is focusing on creating a world-class industry-ready workforce. Andhra Pradesh is committed to promoting green textile to achieve sustainable long-term goals in the textile sector. The exquisite handloom and crafts industry of the state has its own special identity. Due to the dedicated efforts of the state government, the works of the weavers and craftsmen here have become popular all over the world. Andhra Pradesh is one of the preferred tourism destinations in India. The state government provides multiple opportunities for developing tourism projects and related services to cater to the state's vast potential and avenues. The growth story of Andhra Pradesh speaks volumes about the dedicated efforts and commitment of the Honorable Chief Minister to take the state to new heights.
Like-minded companies from all over the globe to come over to set up their shop in India, and especially in Andhra Pradesh.
Come, join us on this exciting journey of technological innovations, profitable business and sustainable development. Advantage Andhra Pradesh, where abundance meets prosperity.
And now we have come to the important section of today's industry meet, an opportunity to listen from the leader himself. And amongst us we have the young and dynamic Minister for Industries, Shri Gudiwada Amarnath Garu, Minister for Industries, Infrastructure, Investment and Commerce, Information Technology, Handlooms and Textiles. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
This podium is made for you, Rajiv. Thanks, Rajiv. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Colleague, Minister for Finance, Shri Bugana Rajendranath Reddy Garu. Colleague, Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Shri Adimulapu Suresh Garu. Principal Secretary, Handlooms and Textiles, Sunita Garu. Director, Industries, CEO, Andhra Pradesh Economic Development Board, Srijana Garu. Vice Chairman, CII Maharashtra State Council, Robin Banerjee Garu. Chairman, APIAC, Shri Mettu Govind Reddy Garu. Chairman, APIDC, Bandi Nagendra Punyasila Garu, and dignitaries from the industry, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, Very good afternoon to all of you. This is the fourth roadshow that's happening after the initial curtain raiser event that happened in New Delhi under the presence of the Honorable Chief Minister Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy garu, where we had a global alliance meet where almost 49 ambassadors from different countries were present there. The same day we had a curtain raiser in the evening where all the associations from the industry were present, and after that we had a meeting in Bangalore, one in Chennai, and now in Mumbai, which is the financial capital of the country. So this is just a run-up meet for the happening Global Investment Summit that is going to happen in Visakhapatnam, the city of destiny, on March 3rd and 4th. The state of Maharashtra, which is one of the economic powerhouses of the country, driving the growth of the country, as a tagline of Magnetic Maharashtra campaign states, it's truly made for business. With its diversified portfolio across industry, including sectors such as automobile, chemicals, aerospace, defense, pharmaceuticals, textiles, and coming to infrastructure, where you have two major ports with almost 43 non-major ports. Just heard of it when my colleague minister was saying, in the IT and ITES sector, where the startup ecosystem, gems and jewelry, finance, tourism, the state boasts of the highest per capita income with almost $3,800 in 21-22 financial year. As already highlighted today by our officers, being the champion state of ease of doing business, and with availability of almost 48,000 acres of industrial land. You must have heard that Andhra Pradesh is the only state being ranked #1 in ease of doing business in the last consecutive 3 years, where the last 2 years of ranking was based on the perception survey, 100% perception survey, with almost 356 issues taken up. The business reforms action plan, we are ranked #1 with almost 97.83 standing #1 in the country. Ours is the only state with almost 3 industrial corridors, which is the Visakhapatnam Chennai industrial corridor, where we have 5 nodes of industrial development. The other one is the Chennai Bangalore industrial corridor. The other one is the Bangalore Hyderabad industrial corridor. On these 3 specific industrial corridors, we have almost 48,000 acres of land for development of industry. Andhra Pradesh is the only state in India where the government of India is developing 11 industrial corridors in the country. Andhra Pradesh is the only state having 3 industrial corridors. We have almost 530 industrial estates, 293 industrial parks, 3 IT cells, 6 special economic zones, and 3, as I've just mentioned, 3 industrial corridors, which makes Andhra Pradesh a competitive investment destination on the India's east coast. So the government of Andhra Pradesh intends to make regulatory environment more business conducive by providing best-in-class infrastructure, zero-hassle setup, skilled talent, end-to-end hand-holding support for units, and to reduce cost and risk of doing business. In 2020, we released the industrial policy with 3-year time frame that promoted a favorable investment environment, which is coming to an end probably in the next week, and we are coming up with the new industrial policy 23-28 with a 5-year plan, as our director just mentioned, which is going to be more suitable for the industrial people to come and invest in Andhra Pradesh. We are soon going to launch a new policy in a new avatar and emphasis on driving economic growth across key focus sectors, which are the 13 major focus sectors, promoting port-led industrial development, end-to-end investor facilitation, skilling and employment generation, promoting entrepreneurship and startup culture, inclusive and balanced regional development. A single desk portal offers a one-stop digital platform for all domestic and industry and international investments. The business-specific approvals for setting up business are granted within a maximum of 21 days. As just a director mentioned, it's just 12 days time frame that we're giving all the approvals from almost 96 departments in the state. I've just mentioned we have an abundant land bank of 48,000 acres for industrial development. The existing industries in the state of Andhra Pradesh is in a land bank of almost 1 lakh acres are already functioning. The district level functionaries of Pollution Control Board, Town Planning, Factories Department have been empowered to grant pre-establishment and post-establishment approvals for MSMEs at district level through decentralization. YSR AP1 is a multifaceted end-to-end business enablement center to provide support across the business life cycle. Andhra Pradesh is well positioned in sectors such as food processing, where our CEO Bharat took over the food processing sector, and I mentioned the opportunities of food processing sectors in the state. The marine product processing, electronics, pharmaceuticals, textiles, amongst many other sectors. Given the strong production capabilities in the state across aquaculture, agriculture, horticulture and dairy, Andhra Pradesh has high potential as a food processing hub. Andhra Pradesh is amongst top 3 in pharmaceuticals exports in India. The state is home to almost 200 pharmaceutical companies. And Andhra Pradesh is the only state which got the bulk drug park in the southern part of the country, where almost 17 states in the country have fought for it. And Andhra Pradesh is the only southern state in the country to get the bulk drug park with almost, we are getting an investment of almost 25,000 crores in the bulk drug park, which is going to be established in Kakinada, which is near to the Kakinada port. We'll be getting an employment almost up to 40,000 people. The state is amongst the largest producer of cotton in India and is also the second largest raw silk producer in India. State has gained significant traction in mobile manufacturing sector and producing 1 mobile phone every second in the state. Many major large and mega units that started production in recent years include the automotive sector. From the automotive sector, we have Kia Motors, Hero Motors, ATC Tires, Apollo Tires and Ashok Leyland. And in the building materials, we have Saint Gobain in Visakhapatnam, Kazaria, Ramco Cements and some other cement industries coming down to Andhra Pradesh. And in the pharma, we have Divi's Laboratories, Dr. Reddy's, Natco, and many other coming up. And in the electronics sector, we have Panasonic, Blue Star, and some other companies which have been mentioned by our CEO, Peter Kiran. In the last 3.5 years, the state has approved investments to the tune of almost 1.9 lakh crore that would go on to create an employment of around 30,000 people, for around 90,000 people in the state. And 89 major large projects are under active implementation with a total investment of almost 2.2 lakh crores with potential to create employment of almost 30,000 people. The state's export rating increased from 7th in 2019-20 to rank 4th in 2021. According to the Leeds report, 2022, the state's exports increased by 15.31% from the previous year 21-22, classifying it as achievers in the coastal states. Andhra Pradesh currently exports almost 2,100 products to nearly 190 countries. Some of the major products that we export from the state cover sectors such as marine products, shipbuilding, bulk drugs, pharmaceuticals, rice and spices. So coming to the maritime sector, we have 6 operating ports as of now. 3 are being constructed by the government, 1 by a private developer, almost with the construction of the 3 new ports and the one being developed by the private partner, we'll be having 10 ports in the state of Andhra Pradesh and 9 fishing harbors with almost 974 kilometer coastline, which is the second largest in the country. Our maritime board, under the leadership of our dynamic chief minister, we are going to spend almost 15,000 crores on the maritime sector, which will lead to the port-led industry in the state. So as I've mentioned earlier, ease of doing business, we are ranked number 1 in the last 3 consecutive years, ranked number 4 in SDG India 2021 by Niti Aayog across social, economic and environment criteria, ranked 6th in exports in 21-22, worth almost 1.44 lakh crores, recording a growth of 15.31% over the previous year. So with this, the Andhra Pradesh government conducting the Global Investment Summit 2023 is the perfect platform for businesses to take advantage of Andhra Pradesh growth trajectory. I kindly extend a personal invitation to all of you to participate in the summit on March 3rd and 4th in the city of destiny, Visakhapatnam. Andhra Pradesh is a state where abundance meets prosperity. We welcome you all on behalf of the government of Andhra Pradesh, on behalf of the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, to come to Visakhapatnam, the future capital of the state and the city of destiny. Thank you one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. The village secretariats as a system that was started in the state of Andhra Pradesh has revolutionized the decentralized and the last mile delivery of government services to the people. And now this particular system is being studied by many other states. We have among us the Honorable Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Gram Volunteers and Village Secretariats, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Adimulapu Suresh Garu. I request all of you to join in welcoming him to deliver the keynote address. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, my colleague ministers, Minister for Finance, Sri Bugana Rajendranath Ji, and Honorable Minister for Industries, Sri Gudiwada Amarnath Ji, and the host, the CIA, represented by the Vice Chairman of CIA Maharashtra Council and the President and CEO of Capricorn India Limited, Sri Robin Banerjee Ji, and Chairman APIIC, Sri Govind Reddy Ji, Chairperson APIDC, Madam Bandi Nagendra Punyasila Ji, Principal Secretary Handlooms and Textiles, Madam Sunita Ji, and Director of Industries and the key person for organizing these events across the different states in the country, Madam Srijana, Dr. Srijana, Director of Industries, Print and Electronic Media, and all the CEOs, Chairmen, and the representatives of the industries. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. At the very outset, I sincerely thank each one of you for participating in this industry meet in Mumbai. It is incredibly encouraging to be in Mumbai, the financial capital of India and a critical cog in the growth and development of the Indian economy. Everybody knows about it. We are all aware that the state of Maharashtra is the largest economy in India, accounting for almost 14% of India's GDP and contributing to 20% of industrial output in India, and that is why we are here to extend a warm invitation from the government of Andhra Pradesh on behalf of the YSR Congress Party government of Andhra Pradesh, and on behalf of our the beloved, dynamic, pragmatic and benevolent Chief Minister Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. I bring with me the greetings and best wishes to all the industrial houses and all the CEOs and chairmen and the representatives of Maharashtra. A very namaskar to all of you. It is interesting to note that we are representing the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is referred as the gateway of the East, and inviting all of you as well as the wider business community from Maharashtra and Mumbai, which is also referred to as the gateway of India, to explore the opportunities in the state of Andhra Pradesh. I stand before you to give an account of the urban infrastructure that is available here and the new institutional mechanism which has now been in place, as my friend has mentioned about this Gram Sachivalaya and Ward Sachivalaya institutions, which is unique to Andhra Pradesh. And the main focus behind this institution is the mantra of our government in welfare and development is decentralization in administration, decentralization in development. We want to bring the administration to the doorsteps of the people, the 5 crore people, the 50 million people of Andhra Pradesh, all the benefits and all the services which the government is giving to the people to the doorsteps through this Sachivalaya. As you must be knowing that in urban areas, the entire corporation, the ULBs, the urban local bodies, which we call as a corporation, as a municipality, or Bruhat Mumbai, whatever you call, Bruhat Bangalore, or Greater Hyderabad, is again decentralized into divisions, and further the divisions actually have some employees to serve. But in here in Andhra Pradesh, we have introduced a unique concept of volunteers. For every cluster, each cluster has 50 to 70 household units, and we employ one volunteer. On honorarium basis, we pay around 6,000 rupees, and then every month, all the beneficiaries, all the welfare schemes which are being delivered are being personally delivered by these volunteers. And unlike earlier days where we have one Gram Panchayat or urban local body has these divisions where we have only one ward secretary or Gram Panchayat secretary, we have 9 to 11 government employees representing every department, starting from agriculture, welfare, police, Mahila police, and to the engineering assistants and agriculture assistants, accounting to 9. This is what actually the new innovation, where the focus of our Honorable CM is that we want to give a government which is accountable. We want to give a government which is very transparent. Transparent in the sense that we will not see the caste, creed, the region, or the political party to which the voter has voted while giving the welfare schemes. This is the dictum, and the bottom line is that transparency, accountability, and zero corruption. So this is what actually the basic agenda with which we have come to power. The greatest thing above all the infrastructure, whatever my friends have showcased to you, below that we have a strong base called political stability. We have got a mandate from the people of Andhra Pradesh, which has never been given to any political party in the state of Andhra Pradesh, is either divided or undivided. We have won almost 151 assembly seats out of 175 and 22 parliaments out of 25 seats, accounting for 51% of the total votes polled. And that is the solidarity of the people of Andhra Pradesh who have given to our leader, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy garu. Ever since any election that were held, we have won all the elections. So that is what I want to bring home. The point is that we have got the mandate of the people, and that is where our strength lies, and that is where the 4 years of our tenure, ever since we came to power, ever since our leader took reins of the administration of Andhra Pradesh, we have been continuously and consistently giving welfare and development equal importance. So with this introductory note, I just want to wrap up the urban infrastructure that has been provided by our government, the YSR Congress Party government, in the last 4 years, and on which actually now we are making a plea for all the business community to come over there to the city of destiny. The vibrant coastal city is a cosmopolitan in nature and a hub for industrial, educational and tourist activities, to say very few, because it is attracting already a lot of public and private companies, including oil refineries, fertilizers, steel and heavy engineering, shipbuilding and power generation. You know, the large scale industries are now centered in and around the Visakhapatnam, Vizag or Voltaire, according to the choice of the people, which they call this the city of destiny, the coastal city of Andhra Pradesh. Lot of industries to boast of: the Hindustan Shipyard, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, Coromandel Fertilizers, Bharat Heavy Electrical Plates and Vessels, Hindustan Zinc Plant, and recent giant Visakhapatnam Steel Plant. The largest Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, which houses thousands of employees there and really contributed for the growth of this city of destiny. Apart from this many PSUs, the city is also home for a lot of textile parks, pharma industry, which our industry minister has given a total picture of the scope of various sectors that have really made their base in Andhra Pradesh. On the outskirts of the city also now we are developing an international greenfield airport called Bhogapuram Airport, and from urban infrastructure side we are developing a beautiful coastal corridor starting from Kailashnath Road to the Bhogapuram, stretching around 40 kilometers to international standards with a lot of green belt areas. This is one the biggest attraction to the city of destiny, the Visakhapatnam. To mention a few accolades which we have obtained in the last 4 years is that Visakhapatnam ranks among India's top 5 cleanest cities as per the recent Swachh Bharat rankings. Ranked number 4 in Swachh Sarvekshan ranking 2022. It's not that we just got a 4th rank in the Swachh Sarvekshan. In 2019, when our government took reins of the administration, Andhra Pradesh was standing at 23rd position in 2019. In 2020, we moved on to 9th position. In 2022, we got a place in the top 5, ranked number 4 in the Swachh Sarvekshan rankings. We got highest ranking in highest citizens feedback in Swachh Sarvekshan 2021. We got 4-star in environmental resilience. We have secured 4th rank. And then in beach certification, clean beach certification, we got blue flag. And in smart city awards for innovative ideas, we got the best award in the country for promoting a 2 megawatt floating solar plant. This project was commenced to ensure the effective use of water body surfaces for the production of renewable energy, and was recognized as the best project at the 2019 Smart City Awards. This benefits almost to 3,613.5 megawatt hours generated per year, reduction in carbon dioxide reduction, that is 3,080 tons per year, of carbon dioxide reduction and savings in the electricity bills of nearly 2.31 crores. And as per the National Institute of Urban Affairs, New Delhi assessment, this city is environmentally resilient city bestowed with 35% green cover, water plus status and water resilience for the next 50 years. And we have a perennial source of fresh water from Godavari and Gostani rivers with the next 50 years water secure plan to meet the both domestic and industrial water needs with the circular economy model. I believe that any strong business environment will require a strong urban infrastructure. The advantage of Visakhapatnam is that it provides growth opportunities for investors even in the areas of urban infrastructure. We have got a lot of urban infrastructure, both for solid waste management, liquid waste management, and then clean air pollution. And we have got a lot of projects that are being coming up, and you can also scout for investment in the urban infrastructure. And it is interesting to note that we are representing the state of Andhra Pradesh with the industrial scenario, the vibrant coastal city. We have got a plan for ourselves. Our Honorable CM has a focus to drive our urban development agenda using 4 key factors, the 4 key levers, which we could call the SEED framework. That is social, economical, environment, and digital. Digital use of technology to citizens' service delivery. That is now some of the guest speakers who have really dwelled upon the artificial intelligence and the IT-enabled services. We are extensively using this digital technology in providing better services to the civic public. And then environment. In the environment side also, we want to give climate resilience, less polluting mobility solutions, and in economy, identifying innovative financial streams for urban infrastructure development, and for social development, ensuring high quality of life for citizens, reducing stress on urban infrastructure. That is the reason why you get very positive, motivating, skilled employees for all your businesses which are going to start up in our new state. We have got the infrastructure, the institutional mechanisms with the aim of promoting and securing the planned and sustainable development of the area through planning, coordination, execution, supervision, and financing and funding through 2 institutional mechanisms. One is VMRDA, which was reconstituted with proactive and encouraging regulatory mechanisms, and GVMC with a robust administrative and financial sound institutions. These 2 institutions are firmly grounded in the city of destiny. This VMRDA and the GVMC have really shown the light. They have been the focusing point for spreading urban development authorities across the state. We have got nearly 20 urban development authorities. As I mentioned earlier, that our mantra is decentralization in administration, decentralization in development. So that is the reason that wherever you go, whichever regions you want to invest, either in Rayalaseema or in North Coastal or in South Coastal, you have absolutely the civic amenities firmly grounded. And then the government is concentrating on the development of Visakhapatnam with smart solutions to offer essential infrastructure and give its residents a respectable standard of living in a healthy and sustainable environment. Then VMRD has identified lands under Jaganana Smart Townships for MIG layouts. We are giving housing schemes on to all sections of this society We have got housing schemes for the people below the poverty line. We have got housing schemes for middle income groups and for retired employees, so that, housing for all is a dictum of our government. Nearly 30 lakh house pattas have been given across the state, and nearly 20 lakh houses and 2 million houses are already under different stages of progress in construction. And we want to ensure that anybody who wants a house patta, we have fixed a SLA, service level agreement, that within 90 days he should be given. We have got SLAs for every phase of activity. We have got service level agreement for if you want an income certificate, you want a caste certificate, you want a certificate for whatever needs you want it from the government authorities. We have a service level agreement, and this is being implemented at the ward and Sachivalaya and at also Gram Sachivalaya levels. So a self-sustaining end-to-end urban solution for wastewater management, from house service connection to door delivery of recycled water to business industries we are providing. This project allows for the secure disposal and treatment of sewage produced in the city. So under the smart city initiatives, we have also taken up 11 parks totaling to almost 100 crores for building a healthy community with open spaces development. And when it comes to economic activities, there are a number of opportunities for sustainable infrastructure development as well as for the financing of urban infrastructure projects in Andhra Pradesh. The Government of India, through the National Infrastructure Pipeline, is already committed to the development of urban infrastructure. Government of AP has made futuristic plans to develop a modern metro rail system in Visakhapatnam, spreading to the prospective routes in the Viyamade area. This is going to happen. The light metro rail system will be of a total length of nearly 76 kilometers, consisting of 4 corridors connecting the ports and also the new Bhogapuram airport. The participation of private sector, be it through PPP projects or raising of funds through private equity or monetization of assets, will be essential for these projects. And when it comes to environment innovative practices, all significant parks in Visakhapatnam have successfully undergone greening and beautification. We have got a greening and beautification corporation to look after the greening and beautification needs of all the towns and cities, no matter whatever is the population of that urban local bodies. To combat climatic change and repercussions, several innovative actions have also been attempted, just to showcase that the government is very keen in promoting healthy, clean environment for the urban civic people. To say a few innovative schemes, we have started plastic parlor. This plastic parlor is as unique as it sounds. The major beach road now has a plastic parlor where customers can pay for breakfast by exchanging their leftover plastic for it. On-site composting. Nearly 53,000 homes are using a significant ground level force of self-help groups to conduct on-site wet waste composting and transformation of garbage vulnerable points. We have located these garbage vulnerable points and converting these regions into garbage-free zones through deliberate tactics with the assistance of residents. We have got a new program called Sagara Tira Swachhata with the slogan, "Our city, our responsibility." A 10-kilometer beach stretch was restored by the volunteers, civic body officials, and people's representatives, and all the like-minded people in cleaning up the beaches on a large scale across the entire coastal line of Andhra Pradesh, because we got the second largest coastal line in the country. And then we got one new scheme called WINGS, Ward Improvement, as a new goal for Swachh Sarvekshan, a framework for identifying and praising the top wards for their outstanding efforts in sanitation and other such surveillance sectors. And then last but not least, we have embarked upon the mission of making Andhra Pradesh plastic free. In the process, we have initiated one program called Cloth Bag Challenge. The idea of reduce, recycle, reuse. They are the three words. Reduce, recycle and reuse promotes using old garments, cloth bags rather than throwing them away as a garbage. So this is what we want to create, the civic sense among the people of Andhra Pradesh. And finally, coming to the digital Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh has always been a leader in digital government services delivery. The process of government to business services is re-engineered to promote online services such as building plan approvals. This is totally online with all the enclosures, directly submitting online with faceless activities, and the layout permissions will be given automatically. As I already mentioned that we have an SLA for this. A 21 days timeline, a maximum timeline is mentioned for getting your building permissions. And we got an app, mobile apps called developed mobile application called CLAP Officers App. CLAP stands for Clean Andhra Pradesh. We have got a mission called Clean Andhra Pradesh where we have embarked upon institutionalizing the picking of garbage right from the doorsteps of the householder, and then transforming it and treating it and then disposing it off. And then we got an app for monitoring of solid waste processing, sewage treatment and legacy waste treatment at ULB level, at urban local body level. AP is consistently monitoring of services through an app called APCMMS. It's called Andhra Pradesh CM, Consistent Monitoring of Municipal Services. And this application is developed to monitor greenery and beautification and smart streets, status of roads. We want to make all the ULBs pothole-free roads. And we are in the process of putting a challenge among the ULBs for making it pothole-free. And then street lighting, footpath, public toilets, etc. All these things can be monitored through your mobile applications. And then we have also introduced TDRs. I think probably it may not be new for a big municipal corporation, but we are extending it to all the ULBs. This transformation, this transfer of development rights, TDR bonds, whenever we are trying to remove the encroachments or demolitions, the beneficiary will get the monetary benefits through this TERs. This is a unique concept, and in all the ULBs we are introducing these concepts for making wider roads. And to conclude, I say that the city of Visakhapatnam is mainly an industrial hub for the Vizag-Chennai industrial corridor with all the facilities and much more. The city of Vizag not only a city of destiny, but also has the potential to become city of examples with unparalleled support to the industrial growth and employment generation. Last but not least, the political stability. I request the industrialists to kindly keep a note of it. And to conclude, Visakhapatnam, Vizag or Voltaire, whatever name you call it, as it is called differently, so as the vibrant varieties of the facilities available in the city, the business can explore sustainable ways to work together and find new development opportunities at the Andhra Pradesh Global Investors Summit 2023. I kindly extend a personal invitation to all of you to participate in the summit on March 3rd and 4th in the beautiful port city of Visakhapatnam. I extend this invitation on behalf of the Ministry of Municipal Administration and Urban Development, and on the behalf of the government of Andhra Pradesh, and on behalf of our Honorable Dynamic Chief Minister Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy garu. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. The castles of growth and development can only be built on a transparent and stable government. Thank you for once again emphasizing on that point. And also Andhra Pradesh is one of those few states which heavily focuses on projects related to waste to wealth. Now with this, we have come to the important section of today, and at the same time, we would also like to recognize the presence of media in the hall. Join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister for Finance and Planning, Commercial Taxes, Legislative Affairs, Skill Development and Training, Shri Buggana Rajendranath Garu, to deliver us the keynote address of the day. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
Shri Robin Banerjee, Vice Chairman, CAI Maharashtra State Council, my colleague ministers, Shri Adimulap Suresh, Dr. Adimulap Suresh, Minister for Municipal Administration, Shri Gudwad Amarnath, Minister for Industries and IT, Shri Govind Reddy Garu, Chairman APIIC, Srimati Bandi Nagendra Punyashila, Chairperson APIDC, industry leaders from Maharashtra and neighboring places, media friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. Must be quite tiring, I think it must have been 2 hours. I can see a few people yawning and okay. Normally, the best slot to speak is in the center, the interval time. So Govind Reddy took that slot. And the last slot is the most painful for the audience. But either way, how many ever papers we carry, how much of information we hold, end of the day, there's nothing like listening to an entrepreneur, a first generation entrepreneur, and a person who's come up the hard way. I think we heard Mr. Govind Reddy speak. Lot of information which was articulated very well and given in a very simple way. It all says the sum and substance was for industry, for commerce, for trade, you need an atmosphere that encourages, that is conducive. You need a lot of space, lot of policies that the government takes, which automatically and naturally provide that encouragement. Along with that, I would add, if you look at the dais, this actually shows what Andhra Pradesh means, what our government and our Chief Minister wishes to convey. You have a set of ministers in the cabinet and chairpersons of important corporations who are all young. You can look at everybody on the stage. Mr. Govind Reddy, who started his career with a salary of 50 rupees, proceeding to establish business that employs 5,000 people. So he's made the MD of the Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. So APIIC is the nodal agency in the state that actually develops land for industry, allots land for industry, sells land for industry. So here you have a man who understands industry, understands business, understands trade from down below. You have a woman, normally Industrial Development Corporation, it's very rare to have a woman as a chairperson. The reason we have a woman is to not only just promote, not only just involve, but promote and also make women an integral part of business and manufacturing and associated activities. So you have the director industries, you have the secretary textiles, all of them are in the age group where everybody has the patience, they have the zeal in them, and they also have the capacity to address the concerns of business. With regard to Maharashtra, the most developed state in the country today industrially, the financial capital Mumbai, I actually had an opportunity to travel quite a lot in Maharashtra. About 2 decades ago, in pursuit of establishing and furthering my own business. So I traveled around sizable area. Kolhapur, Solapur, Meerut, Sangli, this entire stretch, Konkan, Mahad and this place. What I noticed about 2 decades ago was the policy of the government of Maharashtra very appreciable. In the sense, now you have Solapur where you have textile. You have Meerut and Sangli where I don't know, I haven't seen any other place of the tier 2 city where you have that many hospitals and that much of medical care that is available. You have Mahad and the coast, Chiploon, etc., where you have the entire chemical, dyes, intermediaries, etc. And then you go towards Nagpur, you have a different set of businesses. And 2 decades ago, I remember, there used to be a lot of power shortage. You know, those were the times when Dabol and 7 rupees per unit power, etc. That was the shortage of power then in the country. Then, a lot of states used to do haphazard load shedding in order to address this issue. But Maharashtra had a very innovative way of doing it. Normally, you have sandy days on different days in every state, depending on the local custom and tradition. So the Maharashtra government then used to do the load shedding on that particular sandy day. Now, for example, let us say you have a sandy day in Solapur on Tuesday. The load shedding for the state was Tuesday. Let us say you have sandy day in Kolhapur on Wednesday. The load shedding was Wednesday. So that was how they were, and it was, I think, the only state then at that point of time which adopted this method. I also had a look at a lot of MIDCs. So MIDCs as industrial estates, I would say probably the first in the country with that sort of infrastructure. The water lines used to be never ending. From the local reservoirs, local tanks, you could see water lines all along. We're all regular visitors to Shirdi. So you can see that Ahmednagar, that Kopargaon, that entire area of water lines along the roads. And normally in those days, water lines when established beside the roads used to be damaged very frequently in other places. But Maharashtra somehow, I noticed there is no such thing called damage. And wherever there are road crossings, the line just goes down and then comes up again. Amongst the few places like in the west where you don't see damage. Otherwise, in various other states 2 decades ago, you put a water line, some shepherd goes and just simply makes a hole in that and then goes away. So that was how it was. So Maharashtra even then was quite, I used to appreciate. And then when we actually got into a seat of being able to govern, certain good practices, best practices we have picked up. So these are all over experience. See, everything is written, everything is available. But then over experience, what happens is you can actually feel it. So now, just like how every place develops industrially, business, otherwise, because of natural advantages and some policies, government policies. But natural advantage still is always the more important one in establishment of a business. So like Mr. Govind Reddy said, finally when it comes to manufacturing industry, you want land, you want water, 24 hours power supply, stable power, and importantly now a stable political administration and political government. Also, the newer generation industries and the newer generation businesses, you require the workforce that is better equipped to suit the requirement. Then, as we see industry developing, it behaves like a sine curve. After a point, it plateaus. After a point, everywhere, this happens world over. After a point, it plateaus because you generally have traffic, you have congestion, then you have, now you look at the ports, for example. The ports start developing. After a point, it becomes difficult to expand beyond that. It's not that it is unlimited. There is a particular area where it tips or plateaus. Now, Andhra Pradesh is showcasing to the country that here you have in our state huge land bank. And prior to reorganization of the state, the combined state of Andhra Pradesh had established their entire businesses, government organizations, government industries in one city, Hyderabad, which actually led to a lot of ancillary units being established over there. So post reorganization of the state, the present state of Andhra Pradesh is now endowed with a huge long coastline, number of ports. It was explained just now, 6 operational ports and 4 ports in the construction, fishing harbors, jetties, all along every 40-50 kilometers you have some activity or the other along the coast. And this entire thing being connected to the hinterland beautifully with both road and rail network. And then various parts of Andhra Pradesh are also located very close to big cities. You have Nellore and Chittoor located very close to Chennai and Bangalore. You have Tirupati, Anantapur located very close to Bangalore. You have Kurnool located very close to, these are all like extensions of cities of Hyderabad, extensions of cities of Bangalore, extensions of cities of Chennai coming into the Andhra Pradesh state. You just take a certain radius around the city, you almost enter Andhra Pradesh, where you have a huge land bank, you have infrastructure, world-class infrastructure that is available and also is being made available. So here we would like to put forward to all the industrialists here in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh has a very good infrastructure, port-led infrastructure, and moreover, the interesting part is this actually connects to the ASEAN region. So transportation by ship, cheapest mode, but again, you have to go all around the west coast, come along the Cape Comorin and then go to the ASEAN region. Whereas in AP, you have a straight access to the ASEAN region. This is a big advantage. You also have a wonderful workforce over there. Telugus as a community, we are proud to say that wherever they have been, the diaspora, they have actually, just like how milk and sugar, they always have gelled very well, mixed very well with whichever place they have been to, and also invite others the same way that they have been invited elsewhere. You have a politically very stable government. You have a young chief minister who himself understands industry very well. Policy making is done very transparently by interacting with various officers as well as the stakeholders. So whenever there is a policy that is coming up, the policy that has come up always is in tune with the requirement of the stakeholders. We understand Maharashtra huge in textiles and then automobiles, IT, ITS, education, you name it, it is there in Maharashtra. So similarly, the advantage that Andhra Pradesh presents right now, a huge GDP growth amongst the top in the country. Then we have exports growing at the rate of close to 10%. And then we have various abundant natural resources, mineral wealth, and we have leading educational institutions, strategic locational advantages we have, and we have a robust infrastructure. And then you have a good ecosystem where various abundant opportunities are there. But in the opportunities, there are certain ones that have been made into sectors which are of focused more by the government and will be of more importance or more priority to whoever would like to invest in industry. You have various sectors, agriculture and food processing, where you know that Andhra Pradesh ranks 1, 2, 3 in most of them. Anything to do with marine product, eggs, milk, meat, then you have rice, then papaya, mango, horticulture, everything, it's always ranked in that 1, 2, 3. So abundant opportunity for agriculture related and agri processing industry. You also have good connectivity, and then you also have very good opportunity in automobiles and electric vehicles, because you have the various big companies like Kia and Ashok Leyland, Isuzu, Honda operating over there. And then you have textiles and apparels, as our secretary explained. PCPIR, the pharmaceutical petrochemical region, the only one of its kind in the country. And then you have logistics, of course, I explained now. Healthcare and medical equipment. You have the first medtech zone in the country in Vizag. And you have the first corporate health related industry. Apollo actually originates from there. And then you have most of the big ones, the big players in drug manufacturing also are already based out of Andhra Pradesh. And the advantages that are there, I think, already have been showcased in the clip that we've had. This results in various people already having established their base. So this would give an idea as to how well the industrial system and the ecosystem is already placed. We have in agri and food processing, we have the Kellogg's, we have PepsiCo, we have Mondelez, and then in the automobile and electric vehicles, we have Kia, Isuzu, Hero, Fricol, Bharat Forge, Brakes India, Apollo, Ashok Leyland. In electronics and IT is one other place, IT for Vizag, and then the electronic manufacturing clusters, we have 4. I think the only place which has 4 and very conveniently located. We have Foxconn, TCL, Wingtech, Dixon, Havells, Daikin, Foxlink, Carbon, and Andhra Pradesh now manufactures, I think, about 1 cell phone per second. That is the capacity that is there right now, and much more to be done. Healthcare and medical equipment, we have all the big hospitals and, as I said, Apollo Group. And then the industrial and logistics infrastructure, very well established. And then importantly, the pharmaceuticals and life sciences, we have all the big ones. Mylan Pharmaceuticals, Biocon, Lupin, Hetero, Laurus, Divi's, Aurobindo, GSK, Dr. Reddy's. These are all the big, you can say, not national, multinationals. And then renewable energy is one of the places. We have a huge capacity of 9 gigawatts already there, and then scope for much more, 38 in solar and 44 in wind. We also have set aside about 80,000 acres of land to enable the renewable sector to establish itself. And then textiles and apparels, 10 existing integrated textile parks and 1 proposed mega textile park. We have Brandix, Torre, Vardhman, and then so on. All these big companies that have established themselves have also resulted in the figures for last year, which is furnished by DPIIT, which says there was an investment of about 45,000 crores up to November 2022, which makes it the highest in the country. So you can see that this is an area which is fairly virgin, and then you have a lot of opportunity. And then this also is reflected in AP being ranked consecutively for the 3rd year as first in the ease of doing business. And we also now, as a policy, not only ease of doing business, it is trying to provide the lowest cost of doing business. This is the policy of the government. And one other area of interest is the inland waterways. So AP is in the process of developing a huge network of inland waterways. We have 888 kilometers, and we have prioritized 27 locations as terminals and should be able to move about 10 million tons by the year 2029. This is the plan of the government. And recently, the trust bestowed by way of investments coming in. Recently, JSW Group has laid the foundation stone for establishment of a 3 million ton plant with an investment of about 8,800 crores just a week ago in our Chief Minister's native district. So this is again testimony to the confidence that the big industry has on the state, the stability and the policy. With regarding to skilling, as explained before by our secretary, we have established and also are in the process of establishing many more various skilling institutes that cater to the gap in skill set that are required for various manufacturing industries and IT related industry. So our vision is to have a balanced growth in different regions of the state, to promote a risk-free environment, to have sustainable industrial development over a longer period of time, and to also enable large-scale job creation. In this, political stability also is of paramount importance. We have a very stable government, and stable government always gives place to stable policy. And then we have Vizag City. Vizag City, one of the most beautiful cities. You have the sea on one side, you have the hills on one side, you have Araku hill stations, and the beauty of the city is that it is by nature inherently a cosmopolitan city. See, the Rashtriya Ispat Nigam, the steel plant, the Eastern Naval Command headquarters, the Hindustan shipyard, all of this put together have actually already resulted in a population that is very diverse and from all parts of the country. There are few places in the country where you don't feel like you're a newcomer. Mumbai is one, Delhi is one, Bangalore is one. Similarly, Vizag will be one city where you won't feel that you're a newcomer because there's no natural inhabitant. Everybody has migrated at some point of time. A beautiful city. So I invite you all on behalf of our government and Chief Minister Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, and will be pleased to host you and will be pleased to engage with you, to discuss with you, and to make known all the opportunities that are there in Andhra Pradesh, and all the industry leaders from Maharashtra, the most developed industrial state in the country. I am sure that you will definitely find all the opportunities on the East Coast also to be profitable. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the floor is open to interaction with the honorable ministers and then the secretaries. If you have questions, kindly raise your hands. Our ushers will reach out to you with the mic. Please introduce yourself and...
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Thank you very much. And after experiencing the spirit of the speakers and energy, I made my decision to be present in an investment summit actually. My name is Vishal Sanghvi, and I am an innovation and business accelerator. And my question about specifically investment, like when we come over there, in 2 days, our ask for only meeting, 4-5, our purpose